Alright, so we've been enjoying this thing, finally. Just kind of beating on it, really. So surprisingly, yesterday at the Honda meet, oh, need oil change. Alright, welcome back everybody to another video. I'm Trey Herrera. For those who are new, what are we doing today? Today I am gonna go get these injectors from the shop and we're gonna go over and install them on the Z. Fingers crossed, hopefully this is it. So yesterday was really cool. I was surprised that, you know, I rolled up in my big cam turbo LS car to a Honda meet and nobody really cared. It was cool. Not much hate, so we'll take it. We'll take it. So I definitely think I'm gonna turn the boost up just a little bit more and we're gonna leave it at that until one day I actually build a motor for this. I built several motors for several other things and then I never built one for this one. A lot of it is because this one just works. So I think we're gonna turn it up. One, I gotta get a fuel pump, so I think I'm just gonna match just do a secondary pump with a hop switch on it. And that should net me plenty of power or plenty of fuel to, you know, add 4 or 5 pounds to this. Ooh, she glistens now. All right guys, we're actually gonna swap over to the truck. So my tuner says I need to for the Z, I need to go automatic. I don't know. No, I'm such a stick shift fanboy. I don't know that I could go auto on anything other than the truck. If I'm gonna do the truck, I'm gonna stay that one auto, but everything else I don't know about. All right, upon further inspection, I found that when I pulled this intake off, these intakes are pretty cool, but when I pulled this intake off, EGR valve was not blocked up, so obviously that would cause me not to run as well. Both sides. These are coolant passage lines, but they weren't connected. Surprisingly, these guys were connected. Yeah, it's fine. Let's show some more. All right, if you guys see, I got a missing screw up here in the valve cover. That one has a screw. That one has a screw. This vacuum line was open. So yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 loose screws, bro. Okay, so I sprayed down the injectors, connectors with PB Blaster. So with the Z's, these screws they use, the old school stuff, is really brittle. As you can tell, previous owner was starting to strip out the screw heads. And then the upgraded ones, they use Allen, so it's much easier to take these caps on and off. But yeah, they are very brittle. These are super easy to strip, so I sprayed them down with PB Blaster. Maybe a little bit of heat might help as well. And we'll get these things out, new one swapped in. All right guys, day 2, working on the Z. All right, day 2, working on the Z. We got the injectors in, we got the plenum back on. I do have to splice in the new injector connectors, but I just ran out of time. I had some family stuff to do, so today we're gonna be doing that. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, for a startup. And I'm sure a bunch of you guys are wondering, why are you doing all of this just if you're gonna swap the motor? I would like to gather all the parts, have my engine and everything completely ready before doing any kind of swap. That is the smarter way to do it. Oh, sorry. Don't want to get demonetized. Anyway, that is the smartest way to do any kind of swap, is you have 100% of the parts, at least the 100% of the parts that you think you need before even starting a swap. So I'm pretty positive we got everything that we need to make this thing run now. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna run it on the NA motor. The reason why I think the NA motor is good too is because of how much paperwork the previous owner had. Not the one that gave me the car, but the one before that gave him all of the information. So yeah, it is. It's been a process, but we're on the end. We're on the trailing end. Because of the Z's interior condition and some other stuff, me and the wife decided that the Z is gonna be the full bore race car. GTO is like halfway there, but the GTO is very, very streetable. So I think for now, the Z is gonna be my full-blown race car. So we are actually gonna strip the whole interior out and do all kinds of stuff to it. And I have a target horsepower goal, but we're not going to say anything about that until we get the ball rolling. And yeah, we're going to see. Like, I'm really trying to commit to getting this thing going the way I dreamed of, and we're going to document every step. All right, guys, we got the new injectors in, all new hardware. Pretty much I got to splice in these new connectors. The good thing about injector connectors is these could be spliced in any way, because one is a ground, one is a power, and all it controls is the opening and closing of the injector. So with all that being said, we're going to splice this into the new harness and then button her up. She should be ready to fire here shortly. Now, I do understand I'm going through the most just to get this thing to run, but if in case it does run and when I do swap it, I will have a healthy motor to sell, offsetting the cost of the swap, and that's how I do everything. All right, time to deal with some spaghetti. So you guys could tell, like, injector harness looks really nasty, typical of early 90s cars. You guys can see in there lots of corrosion, but yeah, we're gonna cut all this out, which hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully this gets it to run. If not, back to the drawing board. All right, we're gonna give it a shot, but to say I'm nervous is an understatement. No clue if this is actually gonna start. I hope so. I'm praying so. Oh, it's coming. Yeah. It's not running good, but it's running. Got it running. It's not running good, but it's running. Okay, so I'm sure it doesn't run smooth because of the vacuum leaks, and I'm sure there's because when I got this car, this didn't have a vacuum or O-rings in on the balance tube. I'm pretty sure that's an issue. I have no clamp on this guy, so this is just rough. But we got it. It runs. I got it running, so big deal. Okay, what we're gonna do now is answer my phone. The wife called. Hey, did you get my message?
Hey, what's up, babe?
Did you get my text?
No.
Oh my gosh.
What did you get?
Oh,
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hey, it's Randy.
Yeah.
What do you think is wrong with it now?
It has a bunch of vacuum leaks. I got it. I just pretty much was trying to make sure the engine is good, and there's no knocks, no noises, nothing. It's just not running like smooth.
Okay.
But yeah,
For sure.
I got it. So
Nice.
so now
Uh-huh.
so now, you know, we could I'm gonna check to see if the clutch and everything works. And yeah, now I think I'll dial it in probably sometime this week, and try to drive it over to the shop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, babe.
So the next part of the plan is to figure out the vacuum leaks. So we're gonna start it back up. Obviously I know a few of them, but I just want to verify. The fact that it started though is huge. Yeah. So EGR is unplugged. Oh, that's vacuum there. Vacuum there. Let's see. Right there. Right there. Super hyped with today, guys. You know, it's all about the little successes. We've been working hard on trying to get that thing running under its own power. I would like to address like the body, getting it clean all before the swap, and just running it hard until, you know, I need to swap it. You know, I'm not in any hurry to make a ton of power on that car. I'm more interested in making a properly built car, however long that takes. So yes, probably next video we'll be addressing the vacuum leaks. Once we get the vacuum leaks, then we'll drive it over to the shop. Fingers crossed that it makes it to the shop. It's really not that far a drive. It's probably about 2 miles. That was the goal. I didn't want to have it towed to the shop. I know that's the proper way to do it, but yeah. We're gonna get the vacuum leaks addressed, have it driven over to the shop, and then we'll make a full-on checklist on what needs to get done. Obviously we're gonna, now that we got the engine running, we're gonna get coilovers going, suspension, bushings, wheels, and getting it wrapped, making it nice and pretty. This is kind of a long haul build for me, so